The only thing I have to say about this really, really crappy Manchester United loss and just this really piss poor Manchester derby is just the fact that Manchester United have become the most dysfunctional club in England. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even capping because just what is wrong with this club, you know? And the thing that really just I didn't like about United's performance today against City is where was the heart? Where was the passion? Because I feel like United... they showed no heart at all today, and it's just crazy how United have had the highest net spending out of any Premier League club this past decade, and yet we are still starting Johnny Evans at center back. That's right, and it just goes to show you here that these players here, they don't really care about I'm talking about the majority of the players, especially the players in defense. They don't really care about winning at all. You see, the thing about these United players is they're still getting paid to play really, really terribly. And I just feel like to myself that with these current players in Manchester United starting 11, we are not sniffing a Champions League victory within the next 10 years. Hell, we're not even going to be sniffing a Premier League trophy in the next decade because, I mean, right now, it just feels like this United team, they only show up when they feel like showing up. Growing up, I still remember how players like Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic, I still remember how no matter what position United were in, they always gave it their all on the pitch, and it's like, I feel like that nowadays, Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic, despite them being past their prime, they could come out of retirement, and I guarantee you, they would show more heart on the pitch than any United players showed today, because that performance by United today was absolutely just terrible. Now, look, Manchester City, I can't take anything away from them. They are a good team, They won the Champions League trophy. They've become the best club in England. But at the same time with United, I just don't understand why don't United want to maybe try to follow the same recipe for success like how City are following the same recipe for success. Because City, look, criticize City all you want. And, people can complain about financial fair play all they want. But you know what City got right? That won them the Champions League trophy for the first time ever in their club's history is because they just have ownership that knows how to run a club. And the problem with United is our ownership, they just don't know what it takes to run a club anymore. Okay, they don't, and the owners, they don't know when to step down, when they should be stepping down, because obviously for them, Manchester United, obviously, Manchester United, it's making them a lot of money. So, hey, they're going to continue to stay because obviously, if you're the owner of United and the club is raking you in lots of profit, then of course you're going to fight and do whatever you can to stay at the club. But at the same time, I would appreciate if the owners could at least maybe try to pour some of their money into Manchester United. I don't know why they don't want to do that because, I mean, it's bad enough this club is in so much debt that I feel like that maybe that's the reason why the players just don't really have the motivation or the desire to compete anymore. And United couldn't even score one goal in this game. Well, the game is still going on, but it's 3-0. So I thought I would just make this video because honestly, that performance by United was absolutely disgusting. Like, I'm disgusted right now as a fan because honestly, man, just I just think to myself that back then United, we were a team that nobody that would respect us, because the problem is nobody respects Manchester United anymore. And that's sad because I remember how when we had all those legendary players, including arguably the best center back pairing in the Premier League, possibly in the last 20 years with Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic, because let's be honest, name me a better Premier League center back pairing than Ferdinand and Vidic. You can't, because those guys, they gave it all, man. And, I just wish that our players could maybe learn from those guys, like Ferdinand and Vidic, what their work ethic is and what it takes to compete for Manchester United and what it takes to, win games. Because, I just think that ever since Ferdinand and Vidic left, I just don't get how come United have not been able to find any good center back, any elite center back, because if there is one thing United really need to fix is just find themselves that good center back pairing again, like how they did with Ferdinand and Vidic, because now that ever since they left, United's defense has been a total mess, and today showed because, if you want to be able to beat Manchester City and especially this team in a derby, you got to have good center backs.